It's a new week and it's a new colour on the walls. I found that after a few months of living with the cream that I'd put all through the boat that I was starting to miss the colour, and I decided instead to go for a really nice primrose yellow, and I've put it on, or I'm putting it on at the moment, around the boat on the walls but not under the gunnel. So it's just this section around here, and I'm putting it on in a nice matte so it looks really soft and nice. It's much fresher, it's more cheerful, and it's going to go really nice with the colours in the kitchen. And this video is going to be all about the kitchen because it's the last room that we're doing. It's probably the most complicated room to do because there's lots of things to sort out, but I'm really enjoying the process, so I'll show you what H is up to at the moment. Right then, there's been loads of muttering from over here. What's happening?
Complicated drawers are they? Just finishing off the last one. This one works really well, then. No, you won't get to see.
Yeah, I can get down there, look.
The yeah, so that's the general idea actually going on. And these ones are they're different manufacturer, different thing altogether, and they've been a real problem. But I've just about got to the end of it now, luckily. So there we are. That's the sort of beginnings of this one working. They've got rather funky soft close runners on them as well, which is handy because it means they won't come undone when we're on the water.
And what was the problem with getting them in?
There seems to be no alignment with these, and I've sort of there's so many variables in it. Everything moves, so you can't seem to get a fixed position. So the way I've got around it is to fix the front panel in, just wedge it in, and then fix the drawers to that. I can't, there's no measuring required here. It's sort of touch and go really, but it's there. Once I've got that one on, then I'll be able to get the other two on, although the top ones we're not actually going to fix those. They'll still run freely, so the bottom two will come out when the whole slide comes out, and then the top drawers will be independent, and that gives us a bit more accessibility to the shelves below.
I'm just sanding off this piece of worktop that Henry's cut. It's a really lovely shape. It's got this curve and then it tapers off into, whoops, the other bit of the worktop there. So I'm going to put some Osmo on it now to protect it because it stains really quickly, and then tomorrow Henry's going to do his magic underneath here and make sure those two bits are pulled really well together so that no food can get trapped in there. And then I've got this really large area of worktop here to cook on. It's bigger than my worktop at home. So that means that today we've got both worktops finished and the kitchen doors put in down here. So that's really exciting. I've got somewhere to work now. While Henry finishes off the worktop in the kitchen, I need to keep out of his way, so I've decided to polish up one of the radiators. I'm doing these one at a time because it's quite hard on the hands, all the rubbing work to do, but it's good effect at the end. So when they're first made, they're quite mucky like this. The copper has started oxidising and you have to clean up all the solder around the joints. Luckily for me, Henry's very neat at soldering, so there's not too many drips or runs to file off, but they still have to be cleaned up. So I use this file and work around the joints until the silver's gone and it's back down to the copper. And then with wire wool, I use the good old Brasso and polish it up to a nice shine. And when I've got off as much as I can, and it's looking nice and shiny, I put this very smelly lacquer on top, which hopefully will stop it from oxidising anymore and keep it nice and shiny. So this should be low maintenance then. We've got 3 different designs, one for in here, a towel rail for the bathroom and a small one for the bedroom, and then we'll put a proper radiator over in the middle of the boat. But I really like the look of these. I think they're going to suit the style of the boat, and it was quite fun making them. I finally found the right colour for the end walls. After trying out 3 or 4 different colours over the last couple of weeks, none of which were quite right, I decided on this really lovely golden glowing colour here. The thing is that when you're decorating a boat, your colours have got to flow all the way through the boat. In a house you can do each room a different theme and a different colour, and you're just walking from one room to the other. You don't necessarily see all the different things at once, but on a boat you do. And so it has to work from either end of the boat, and you can't have too many colours because it will look cluttered and muddled. So when you come onto the boat, you have this lovely lime green kitchen and almost a Kawasaki green, and then we have the pale yellow walls. But when you're sitting in the salon at the end of the day and looking back, you don't necessarily want to see the lime green because it's a very energetic colour, and you want to be able to look at a more relaxing colour. So you need something that's going to bridge it, and that's where this comes in. So it'll be really good on the window frames because it will bridge from the bright orange of the windows to the pale yellow of the walls. And then to connect the boat up, I'll also paint all the trim just above the gunnels all the way down the boat. And so wherever you're sitting in the boat, the colour will look right. And it's a really lovely colour. You know, when the sun shines on it, it's really going to glow. So I'm really pleased with that. I mean, I love painting anyway, but when you get the colours right, it's even more joyful.
Yeah, it's wedged. It's wedged here,
Right.
and also there.
Right.
And the handle might be a problem.
Going past here.
Yes. Also, we've got
This week I found an electric oven to fit into the space in the kitchen,
the wire.
and we had the usual fun and games getting it into the boat. So it was a refurbished one, which immediately tripped all of our electricity 3 times in a row. So Henry had to spend the next day checking out the wiring, which was a disgrace. But the cooker itself is in really good condition, and once it was sorted out, it was good to go. So you always have to be careful with these things, eh? Oh my God, there's loads of room. Oh, there's room for a shelf underneath or a drawer. Oh. This is my last job of the week, and I've put these shelves up, which has been a real pain, it has to be said, because you're, again, as with all narrow boats, you're working with weird angles, and then to make it worse, this bit of board at the back, which we used as a wall, was some old worktop that we were recycling, but it had got a bit of a bow in it. So making everything line up and sit flat has been a real issue. We sort of done it, it looks okay. And then we've put the doweling through here because obviously on a boat you always need to have everything secure because of the movement. So I'll put some cord through from the back and it will go around the front of the cord and along there, so nothing's going to jump off the shelves. So we've curved these as well to match all the other curves in the kitchen. And then on the top of the doweling I shall be putting some little ceramic domes like this. There we are. I'm just going to make another one same size and then decorate them. So while I'm up in the studio, I'm going to add a bit of colour to the first of the tiles that I made. And I'm putting on these a lime green underglaze. And once they're fired, I shall put a see-through blue on top. So I'll get a mixture of colours, and the glaze will sit in the indentations and give quite a vibrant effect, I hope. Back to the boat. Right, just before I go, we'll see what Henry's been doing over here. What are you up to?
Yeah, I'm getting on with the curved doors. I've worked out a process for getting the top bar and the bottom bars on, as you can see. And then I've been worrying about how to get all the other ones in because I can't get clamps in. But because the curve is so much the same on all of them, it's kind of working out alright. All I need to do is drop those in place, clamp the ends in, and then what I've got here is a couple of lumps of wood to just press them down into the rest of it.
And then you're going to put another layer on the inside, aren't you? So there'll be double skin doors.
Yeah, it's going to be double skinned. Also, I was a bit worried about the thickness of them when they finish up. There's another layer of plywood obviously to go on the inside, and that's about 5.5mm. And I want them to look nice and thick, so I was thinking that they might still be a bit skinny. But I've got so much of this bendy ply left, I could probably even put another skin on top of that just to beef it up.
And then you'll cut them in half down the middle, won't you?
Yeah, they're going to be cut down in the middle where that centre line is. I've kind of done them like this at the moment because it will keep it easier or better in the construction. That it's less likely to bend and warp around. But I've got to say, I've got those 3 formers on there and I'm using the Gorilla Glue, the foaming stuff, and it's really solid. It's not bending or moving or anything. I've just got these straps on just for my own sort of insurance really, if you like, but it doesn't really need them anymore, so I'm well pleased with that. And I did offer it up into where it's going to go, and it looks really good.
Excellent. Right, I'm off now.
Right, that smile, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.